Episode 10 of All of Us Are Dead picks up with Jungsun entranced and wanting to save his mom. Thankfully, Desu thinks fast and bashes her in the head with a pipe. Jungsun loses control and stops other students from meeting his infected mother. It's utterly mindless and it almost ends the entire plan awry. Thankfully, the kids pull Jungsun away despite him shouting mom back at her. So much for the thunder numbing the zombie senses. The zombies track Jungsun and the others and begin chasing them. As the group race away, Jun Young and the others are not far behind. Jimin sacrifices her friend to the zombies, but thankfully Hari is there with her group and they save the girl from a tragic fate. It also allows the brother and sister to be reunited too. Altogether, the group make it into the gymnasium. Only the entire place is completely full of the infected, and despite thunder rumbling outside, the zombies are every bit as alert and bloodthirsty as they were before. Joon Seong is unfortunately killed for his efforts while the others all hide inside the storage cupboard for the night. One person left outside is Jimin, who ends up infected. She calls out for her mom, but as she turns, more narration from Byungchun confirms that this Jonas virus is ever changing, and that means a vaccine is almost impossible to create. After recreating the virus for themselves, the scientist with Sunmu confirms that everything in Byungchun's notes are correct. They are not sure they'll be able to stop the outbreak, and even worse, it's now starting to spread across to Yeongdong. This also means that Seonwoo and his superiors may well have to give up on Hyosan completely and leave it to be completely destroyed. In doing so, this also means the assemblyman is forced to resign. She doesn't want to give up on the town, but the party leaders want to preserve her career and give Kim a way out. Back in the storage cupboard, the two groups meet properly and exchange pleasantries by Jack's notes, making a ridiculous amount of noise. Great work. Anyway, all of this comes about because Desu actually really likes Hari and has even been calling his friend brother in law all this time. All this commotion eventually leads to a democratic vote about the next step forward. They all decide to armor up after sharing a chocolate bar, although Desu greedily takes more than his fair share before Woojin can have a bite. Their plan here involves layering up and then using a trolley of gym equipment to fend off the zombies and make it to the door across the other side of the gym. With the group finally ready to move out, they try to stave off the zombies. It's a pretty bad plan, especially when they end up surrounded. Slowly but surely, they move the makeshift train. Elsewhere, Seonmu and the others are briefed by the NIS. They deduce that in 1 week the infection will spread to a lot of the neighboring towns and then eventually Seoul. When it hits the capital, this virus is going to cause an unprecedented level of damage. So the only solution they come up with is bombing the entire city of Yosan to stop this from spreading. One guy who has remained unaccounted for so far is Soju. He is still on the move, but he is cornered at the construction site. He managed to break free as Jungsun and the rest of the group make it across to the door in the gymnasium. With the door locked and chained from the other side, Soju shows up just in time to rescue his daughter and the other kids.